We are a little unique from many of the junior explorers. The fact that my wife and I founded the company in 2010 under Western Alaska Copper and Gold. We incorporated then, did not go public until 2021 and changed the name to Western Alaska Minerals. But actually the story starts in early 1980s. All the properties that we are now operating on at Illinois Creek were Anaconda Copper Company discoveries, and I was the first project geologist in the 1980s, and so we bring a long history to the area. I originally started working in Alaska with actually Watts Griffith McEwitt, a good Canadian company, and was on the discovery team of the Greens Creek property that's now Hecla Mining outside of Juneau. It's the U.S. largest silver producer, and then spent a decade or so with Anaconda exploring throughout the state. So long experience, probably 35 plus years. And the other two other main people on our technical team, one is Joe Pekenbrock, our Chief Exploration Officer. Again, 40 years experience in Alaska with Caminco, a number of different companies. Nova Gold, he was actually the person that put together the current resource at Donlin, which is now 39 million ounces and growing. And then in BC, the Galore Creek property. And this year, very glad to announce Andy West joined us as VP Exploration. And he came with us, came from 10 years of working with Hecla as the head of exploration, both underground and on the surface, and another 10 years in the Ambler project with South 32. So we have a lot of depth in our technical team. Alaska is unique. It's known as the last frontier in the U.S., and it truly is from a mineral exploration standpoint. Very little exploration had gone on, modern type exploration, until the Trans-Alaska Pipeline was permitted in the mid-1970s. Has a long history of mining. The Kennecott mine outside of Cordova, Valdez, of course, is the start of the Kennecott Mining Corporation. The Rothschilds and Guggenheims back in a century ago founded a lot of these exploration, and of course gold at Fairbanks and Nome were really the linchpins that made the state what it is today. So it's the ability to find something that's very high grade, and I have an example here that I brought for your viewers. So this is the high grade carbonate replacement mineralization. This is 20 ounces per ton silver and up to 35% combined lead zinc. This type of deposit was known in the western U.S., but usually were mined out 100 years ago. So you don't have this opportunity elsewhere, and that's what makes Alaska unique from an exploration standpoint. Close by, about 6 kilometers from the past producing Illinois Creek gold mine, gold silver mine, which by the way was Alaska's first open pit heap leach mine, and shows that we can have a fully permitted, fully operational open pit mine on the site. So really we have more of a brownfields exploration program. This is a very unique part of the system, very high grade. Carbonate replacement deposits are known in Chihuahua, Mexico, the Tinnick District in Utah. But what stands out is really the true high grade. You're either in high grade or you're in barren rock. And so that's what makes these deposits exciting. Great margin to mine. This is $500-600 a ton rock. We started drilling at Water Pump Creek in 2021. We call that our rediscovery year. We're following up on some of the 1984 drilling that Anaconda did. The company closed 3 cycles ago in the oil and gas business. And so this deposit lay dormant since 1984. So we went back in 2021, and our 9th drill hole, 2109, was our rediscovery. Last year and this year, we've been focused on defining the Water Pump Creek deposit. We drilled 8,000 meters last year. We'll complete about 5,000 meters of drilling this year. And hopefully, if all comes together well, sometime in the 4th quarter of this year, we'll come out with the maiden resource. Sure, as most everyone knows in this business, financing in the general markets the last couple of years have not been very great. I think the technical word description out of the University of Chicago is it's a crappy market. And we were able to raise about $7 million in a brokered private placement in May. That funded a lot of capital expenditures. Most of our drilling this year, we had some very good drilling success. So we actually just completed this week a smaller private placement, about 1.8 million. And that was to add another 1,500 meters that will finish this month in September. And we're currently drilling right now. Most of the assays we've just released in the last 2 weeks. So this year's, the bulk of it is now known. That's the data that will be going into our resource that'll be coming out. The exploration drilling we're doing this month will really be designed to find and define targets for next year. And then through the winter, we'll put that together with results of a three-dimensional 3D induced polarization geophysical survey that we just completed. Really true state-of-the-art geophysics, run in 3D on a ground survey. Tremendous amount of data. It'll take another month or so just to really develop the targets. All that will be put together. We'll design a program for 2024. We want to move ahead, define the resource, and ultimately this kind of grade will become a mine. A couple points. One, we have a very tight capital structure. We're very proud of that. When we went public, we had all of 3,600 shares issued and outstanding. So unlike most people, we actually did a 10,001 split just to go public. We are very conservative from a financial standpoint. We look after our shareholders in all the financings with an eye to that. We have a pretty good retail market, but we do not have a whole lot of float right now. So we're really encouraging the retail investor to come in, find the company, learn more about it. We're very open to shareholder requests, interviews, as we're doing today. So if anybody has questions, wants to learn more, you can always contact myself or Vanessa Bogart, our IR representative, and we will get back to you.